KJAM.
Center the outside for Jesse. Gets the kill. Back set for Brown. Brown big hit the kill.
Our game is brought to you by the KJAM Sportscasters Club.
Set for the and Rude takes it over the block. Passes up to Waybuck. Back set for Rude. Rude and the Bulldogs off the hands of Boston.
It's time for the Farmers Ag Center pregame show with the voice of the Bulldogs, Matt Groves.
And welcome into Bulldog here on AM 1390 KJAM and Amazing Madison. Yes, it's a Bulldog volleyball matchup on the road against the Dell tonight as this season is winding. Gross alongside me, Tom Farrell, here at our Farmers Ag Center pregame show. The Madison Bulldogs, the number 3 rated team, have been through much of the season. The only 2 teams ahead of them, Sioux Falls Christian and Dakota Valley. All 3 of those teams were in Madison this weekend for the Dakota 12 Conference Tournament, which went basically according to seed. If you didn't know much about volleyball and someone gave you a pick'em sheet and you filled it out, you would have been pretty close.
You'd have been very close. I think probably the Dell Rapids is the number 5 seed and walked out. But as you said, they pretty much went by the seeds, and some excellent ball was played. Madison came out of that with a 2-1 record, lost to Dakota Valley. Sioux Falls Christian and Dakota Valley paired off for the championship, and that match, it looked like it might be Dakota Valley picking up the win, but Sioux Falls poured the gas on in that second and third set and came away with the championship. So that's twice now, regular season at Dakota Valley, that Sioux Falls Christian has won, and then again in the tournament. So, but as you said, we're down to now just remain as we look at the Dell Rapids. They have 1 match left, and we take a look at Madison after tonight. They've got the 2. So it's down to the end, and every single match is important right now as we take a look at particularly into the regions. But don't forget, we've got this Sweet 16 that takes a semifinalists and pairs them up based on those power points. And so win is very, very important from here on out for those top 16 teams right now.
These matches, yeah, they have so many playoff implications, like you say. This is your last opportunity here, ready to go and playing playoff volleyball. I think Madison has been playing very sharp throughout the season. It's something we never really saw last year, the consistency with Madison. I think you would have maybe liked to see him take that step and maybe beat once a Dakota Valley or once a Sioux Falls Christian, but I think they've shown they can at least play with them, and hopefully Madison can get to where they need to be as one of those elite teams and make a run at another state tournament title.
Very definitely, and of course those seeding points become important also because the state tournament is seeded based on those power points. You want to definitely be sure you're where you'd like them to be to win. You know, as we look at tonight's match, Matt, it's kind of interesting. Both teams won 2 at the Dakota 12 tournament in Madison. It just so happens that Dell Rapids lost their opening round match Jefferson and then came back and defeated T-Area and Lennox. Well, Madison defeated T-Area in their first match, and then in the second match of the day, they ended up getting defeated by Dakota. And then in that third, fourth place match, they handled Elk Point Jefferson in the second set, 25-14. But Elk Point Jefferson gave them a good run in that first set. And, of course, that's the opponent is Elk Point Jefferson down in Elk Point. So, hopefully the Bulldogs can continue to build that momentum that they had there also.
The seed points, and it makes a difference, obviously, like you said, in the state tournament, 16. Has competition within their own region in trying to get a top seed. So you got Sioux Valley in there that's been battling back and forth with Madison for that top spot. You could make an argument that Madison's to get to a 20-4 record, that Sioux Valley's 22-3, but in the end, the seed points are extremely close. Sioux Valley with a slight edge right now, but things could change there.
Very definitely. It's an interesting factor in the fact that when you win a match, it isn't just a win in X number of points, but it depends upon what the record of that team is that you have won against, or very definitely.
Yeah. You get a team around 500, and if they lose their last two matches of the season and they're a game below 500, suddenly you lose a couple points there.
Right, or again, the 750. And, you take a look at Sioux Valley, I believe they've got Chester and Garrettson, and we saw a huge point shift and played Garrettson. They won, but they lost point in that race against Sioux Valley. So, thank goodness for spreadsheets, I guess, to be able to track all of those things for the teams. But, the important thing is each night the Bulldogs have got to come out and play the kind of volleyball they're capable of. And I think we've commented all season long how wonderful it's been to see the Bulldogs run their offense and key the entire match. And, that's what they're going to against Del Rapids. We said this against Mill, but it's so true again for when we play Del Rapids, no matter what the sport is. Doesn't matter the record, the two teams. This has really become a nice rivalry that's miles down the road for both of these teams as we go forward. And tonight comes in not quite with a record I'm sure they'd like to have, but, they enter tonight's match with a 17-8 season record. They're number 2 seed in their region, though, right behind Sioux Falls Christian. So, if the seed points go forward, we'll have a chance also to continue on Sweet 16 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they would not have to, if they stay in the 2 seed, they would not have to play beat a Baltic or maybe a Tri-Valley to get 16, and then as we saw last year, anything can happen from there. As we saw last year in volleyball, as we saw last year in basketball, get to that game, and who knows what's going to happen. For Madison, if you can win out the rest of the season here with these last 3 matches, you're going to get a bump in the points if you can beat a Del Rapids team here tonight. You get a decent bump in points to beat Outs Point Jefferson as well to help to number 1 in region play in the region seeds. But Madison could get up to that number 3 spot in the Sweet 16 and then potentially into the state tournament as well. So I scenario for Madison: take care of business here, win out this thing, and put yourself in the best position that you possibly can to head into the tournament. One thing that will just kind of depend is who Madison might face 16 round. We could have another long drive on our hands. You just never know.
Right, because remember last year we were out to Chamberlain to play St. Thomas More, and we were, I remember right, either the 13th or 4th coming into there, and they were like number 7 coming in or something such as that. And of course that happened where one of the got beat and everybody moved up. So it's exciting, and I'm excited to see that happen not only in volleyball but in basketball, and now with Class A and Class No. It's going to change the way our state tournaments look very definitely.
And I should warn you that if Madison were to get up into those top 3 spots in the Sweet 16, you look at what could be in the bottom of that. Pine Ridge, Stanley County. Winner's the short one in that group.
Yep, yeah.
So there could be potential some big travel for this Madison volleyball. Wherever they do travel for some playoff volleyball, we'll certainly have it for you right here on AM 1390 KJAM. It's their Dig Pink night, by the way. The last bull had Madison was hosting their Dig Pink night, and we got the same thing for Dell Rapids tonight. So pink uniforms for the Dell Rapids Warriors here. Again, Dell Rapids at 17-8, the Madison Bulldogs at 20-4. Tom, they're doing some starting lineups. Let's take a look at them.
We'll go ahead and do the starting lineups for the home Dell Rapids Warriors. Starting as a defensive specialist will be number 11, Trinity Gordon. She's 5'7" and a senior. Mariah Jackson is a junior, 5'8", and she's an outside hitter wearing number 7. Hannah Fletcher is their setter. She's 5'7" and a junior wearing number 9. Mackenzie Grissom is an outside hitter and a defensive specialist. She's 5'8" and a sophomore. Sydney Stofferin is a middle hitter, 6'3" and a senior. She'll be matching up against Olivia Rude and Maddie Gary in there. Stofferin is number 2. Snoopy is a middle hitter, 5'9" and a junior. And Brooke Klein is their libero. She's 5'5" and a junior. She'll be wearing the white shirt, number 17. Jessica Allers is the head coach. Ashton Hansona is the assistant, and Grace Lichtai is another assistant. We look at our starters for the Bulldogs. It'll be Jenny Giles as an outside hitter. She's 5'8" and a senior. Shania Schwabach will be the setter, 5'7" and a senior. Jessie Giles will be playing the outside hitter, 5'10" and a senior. Maddie Gary will be another middle hitter, 5'9" and a junior. Olivia Rude, who's on her 1,000th plus kill, is 5'11", middle hitter and a senior. Nicole Brown switched over that right side hitter. She's 6'3" and a senior. And the libero for the Bulldogs is the sophomore, 5'7", Morgan Anderson. Head coach Jill Cradaville, Katie Wheeldryer, the assistant, and Jerica Thompson, the freshman coach.
Let's take a 2-minute timeout for the national anthem. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
A phone call or email saying you've won a foreign lottery or sweepstakes, or maybe you won a large sum of money on a new car. If you follow up by wiring money or purchasing a prepaid reloadable credit card for fictional taxes and fees, you're out of luck and money. Legitimate sweepstakes will never ask you to pay fees to participate or receive a prize, or pay handling charges, service fees, or any other charge. These are sure signs of a scam. Taxes are paid directly to the IRS along with your regular tax return. Find out more by going to consumer.sd.gov or call 1-800-300-1986.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing Asgrow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact Representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Welcome back to Dakota's Best AM 13 AM. We've got Bulldog Volleyball coming your way from the Helena broadcast booth. Helena of Madison. People, products, knowledge. I'm Mac Rose. Tom Farrell alongside me. AM 1390 KJAM, or perhaps you're watching our online at amazingmadison.com. We are in Dell Rapids tonight for Bulldog Volleyball. This last Bulldog broadcast of the regular season here on KJAM. So next broadcast won't be until the playoffs for this Madison Bulldog team, who has taken onto the court here. Both teams breaking the huddle after the national anthem, Tom, and we're about ready for some Dakota 12 volleyball.
Very definitely we are, Matt. The Bulldogs, if you're watching our video stream, will be on the right-hand side of your screen. They're dressed in their maroon uniforms, white trim, white numbers, black shorts. And the home team for Dell Rapids is in their Dig Pink uniforms, and they will be on the left-hand side. Their libero just checking in now, wearing the white jersey, is Brooke Klein. And the Warriors will have the first serve of the evening. That's decided by a coin toss. prior to the start of the match. And the first server for the Warriors is Trinity Gordon, the 5'7" senior. She looks at the 3 deep receivers, brought up by Anderson, set in the middle for Rude, and Rude picks it right up, brings it down. Dogs pick up the first point, pick up the side out. So Madison 1, Del Rapids 0, and that brings server for Madison as Kenna Nybert sets up in the middle, takes the serve back, passed up in there by Klein, and eventually free balled across, but it did not clear the net, so it's 4 hits, so Madison picks up 2-0 Madison lead in this first set, assists of 25 points. Nybert's next serve is across. The outside in there for Jackson, unable. Jackson delivered on that, so it's a 2-1 Madison advantage in this first set, and back serving is Hannah Fletcher, their setter. Comes across, Anderson brings it up nicely to Schwabach, sets to Rude, and Rude hits that same spot as she hit earlier, so Madison picks up the point and the side out off of the kill by Olivia Rude, so 3-1 Madison advantage, and Jenny Giles back to serve for the Bulldogs. Giles' serve is a deep serve. It's set in there by Fletcher. Deep hit by the Warriors Jackson, and Jenny Giles stretches out to play it, and it goes off of her hands out of bounds for the Warriors. 3-2 Madison advantage, and Brooke Klein, their libero for the Warriors, back at the service line. She brings her serve across, passed up in there by Nybert, over on the left side for Jessie Giles, and it just catches the line.
What a shot.
As it came in. It looked like we were going to go wide. It was going wide, but it just died. And so Olivia Rude back to the service line now for the Bulldogs, who lead for service across. Set to the outside, and Rude passes it up and over. Warriors reset, and missed set in there by Hannah Fletcher. Falls down on the Del Rapids side for an easy Bulldog point. 5-2 advantage, Madison. Here comes Rude's next serve. It's a hard serve into the backcourt. Passed up and eventually free balled across by Klein, the libero. Schwabach sets in the outside for Giles, blocked, but right there was Jenny Giles, and free ball across nicely by Mary, and unable to keep it in play were the Warriors. Gordon brings it up to the net, but no one was there to play it. So Madison 6-2 for Del Rapids, and here comes Rude's next serve. It's brought up, set in this time. Jackson brings it across, and Mariah Jackson picks up the kill, so it's a 6-3 Madison advantage on the side out, and that puts Mariah Jackson, the junior 5'8" outside hitter, at the service line. Passed up right to Schwabach. This time she sets into the middle for Maddie Gary. It hits it hard, and it bounces right off of Hannah Fletcher, the setter, and out of bounds. Point side out for Madison. 7-3 advantage. The lineup for the Bulldogs now is Nicole Brown, and back serving is Shania Schwabach, the setter. Serve comes across, pass taken over in the loopy, and the Bulldogs down on the floor but unable to keep it in play. So that'll be a point inside out for the Warriors of Del Rapids. 4 for the Warriors, 7 for the Bulldogs of Madison. Serve across in there by Graham. Ball free balled over nicely by Anderson. Onto the Del Rapids side, free ball back over in there by Gordon. Set to Brown, and Brown out of the right side delivers a kill. So Madison now doubled up the Warriors with an 8-4 advantage in this first. Jessie Giles for Madison at the service line. Substitution now for the Warriors. Sam Price comes in, a freshman, sitting across the back. Serve comes right to Price. It's free balled up and eventually taken across by Klein for the Warriors. Back set to Brown, and she deep shoots sets.
Beautiful.
Swing and a miss in the backcourt by the Warriors, and that will be another court awareness by Nicole Brown on that. So a 9-4 Bulldog advantage. Jessie Giles' serve is brought across, and Brown right there to block it back down on there against Trinity Gordon. So it's a 10 Madison for Dell Rapids, and Dell Rapids takes their first of 2 timeouts in this first set, and we'll be back with more volleyball in 30 seconds. Back in 30.
Wilbur Ellis is
serious about getting you into your new home to the tune of $1,500 serious. A friendly and experienced loan officer at Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is prepared to take $1,500 off the closing costs on the home. Not buying, but have plans to refinance your current home? Great. How about $750 off your closing costs when you refinance? Some restrictions do a limited time only. Apply online at dakotalandfcu.com or call for details today.
Back to live action, Dakota 12 volleyball. It's the Bulldogs and the Warriors. Giles' serve kept in play. Free ball back over to Madison's side. Jesse Giles passes it up. Maddie Gary takes it across onto the Warriors side. Set to the middle. Gary gets a piece of it, but it's brought down by Jada Canupi for the Warriors to pick up the point in the side out of the timeout. So in now to serve for the Warriors will be Jada Canupi, and playing across that front row is Sydney Stoffren. Serve comes across. Anderson right to Schwabach in the middle. Brown brings it up, but blocked down hard was Stoffren with that. Stoffren the 6'3", and Brown just tapped it, and she said, "You're going to eat that ball," as she blocked it back. Serve across in there by Canupi. This time back set to Gary, deep into the backcourt. Hustled nicely by Jesse Giles, and it's going to be 4 hits as Schwabach had a difficult time handling that one. So after the timeout, 3 straight points here for the Warriors, 10-7 Madison advantage. Serve across, set to the middle for Brown. This time she taps it across. Warriors were in the net, so it came down. It will be a Madison point and 7-7. Madison lead. Back for the serve for Madison is their libero, Morgan Anderson. Her serve is a deep serve, libero to the outside, and hit, blocked at the net by Brown and also by Rude, but the hit was good in there by Stoffren for a point for Dell Rapids and side out. So 11-8, Madison advantage. Cross in there by Gordon. Back set to Brown on the right side, and Brown is blocked down onto our side, to the Bulldogs side, and that's another Dell Rapids point. So it's 9-11. Madison ahead of Dell Rapids, but they're certainly rallying back. Next serve by Gordon. Set to the middle for Rude. Partially blocked, brought across. Set to the Bulldogs side. Schwabach with the set. Deep to the backcourt was the hit in there by Jenny Giles. We've got a small ball out on the court. We'll have to have a replay. The rally is terminated.
Yeah. I like the young man who lost the little pink. Came like I want it back. Like, no, you don't lose it on the court and get it back. That's not how it works.
So that'll be a replay. Scorer Ross Huska gets to hold the pink ball for it. So familiar name of Bulldog boys assistant coach. Serve across from the Warriors up to Brown on the right side. She just taps it up and over the block. Deep shoots at Giles. Jesse was there. Set to Rude. Down. Dell Rapids comes back to the outside, to the right side. Hit in there by Mariah Jackson. We get an arm out, but not enough to stop it. So Dell Rapids, after being down by as much as 10-4, back now at a 10 for Dells, 11 for Madison, and back continuing to serve is Gordon. Ball is up. Schwabach sets to Rude this time, and Olivia says, "This is enough. We want that ball." She hammered. Klein did a nice job of extending out, but was unable to bring it up. 10 Madison advantage, and it's Kenna Nybert back in with the serve for the Bulldogs. Set to the middle. Stoffren says, "If Rude can do it, I can," and hammers the ball down onto the Bulldog side. So that'll be 12 for Madison, 11 for the home Warriors, And back serving for Dell Rapids is Hannah Fletcher. Right-handed server. She approaches, delivers it deep. Anderson underneath it. Schwabach to the backcourt with the hit was Jesse Giles. Here we come, set to the right side, and a miss hit in there by the Coyers Grissom. And so Madison 13, 11 now for Coyers. Back serving Jenny Giles for Madison. Her serve is a soft serve. Ball set up on the outside in there. Back and unable to take it across was Rude in there. So that'll be a Dell Rapids point. Still up by 1, 13-12. Brooke Klein, their libero, sets up from the far left side of the court this time. Service across, passed up by Schwabach, passed over by Anderson for the Bulldogs. Set to the middle, blocked in there. Nice job on the double block in there by Olivia Rude. Doopy's ball back onto the Dell Rapids side, so it's a 14-12. With the serve. Klein and eventually Fuss in there by Gordon. Set on the outside this time for Jesse Giles. Blocked back. A little one quick rally in there by Canupi, bringing it back over. Jackson brings it back deep. Jenny Giles brings it up. Tapped over in there by Gary and outstretched again to try to keep it in play for the home court. Point. Substitution now for Dell Rapids. Shelby Appland in. She's a senior defensive specialist. Olivia Rude with the serve for the Bulldogs. Brought up in there by Klein. Set in the middle and brought over by Canupi. Schwabach. Deep shoot set in there by Jenny Giles. Come back to the outside for Jackson. Partially blocked at the net. Schwabach with a set to the outside for Jesse Giles. She hits it through the block and finds the open court. So a 16-12 advantage in this first set. And continues with her time. 2 deep receivers for the Coyers. Set on the outside for Jackson. She brings it across the top of the net. Up, Schwabach with a shoot set across. Back set this time for the Coyers, and up with the block was Giles and Gary, but bringing the hit through was Shelby Appland. So that is a 16-13 Madison advantage. Side out and back serving is Mariah Jackson. Her serve, Giles passes it up to Schwabach, who delivers it across the net. A third hit brought over by Klein. Schwabach sets to the left side this time for Jesse Giles, and it's up into the band off of one of the Coyers. 17-13. Madison advantage with the side out, and Shania Schwabach back to serve for Madison.
That was off of Jackson and off a snare drum.
No extra points, though.
Sadly, no.
17-13. Schwabach with the serve. Delivers it deep, brought up for Canupi. She taps there. Deep shoot set across by Schwabach. Deep shoot set by the Coyers that just hits on the line. So that'll be a point for the Coyers and a side out. 17-14. Back to the service line is Mackenzie Grissom. There's really 3 because Schwabach's the setter, hitting in the middle. Brown delivers it right at the lines, judge, but it goes long, so that'll be another Coyer point. They're staying with the Bulldogs in this first set. 17-15, and back with another serve is Mackenzie Grissom. And it's server, but it's long. Unforced error gives the point out to Madison. 18-15, and it's at the service line. Coyers now have 3 deep receivers. Ball passed up to the net and unable to keep the play. It was Klein with a set, and hustling to try to keep it in play was Gordon, but it went into the net and down onto the Dell Rapids side. So a 19-15 Madison advantage. Jesse Giles next serve. Set out to the outside, blocked nicely in there by Brown and Gary. Bulldogs have the ball on their side of the net. taken across in there by Jenny Giles. Canupi's partially blocked at the net. Deep shoot set. Jesse Giles backcourt to bring it, reserve it. Right set to Brown, and she kicks it into the net. So that'll be a point and a side out for the Coyers. 19 for Madison, 16 for the home Coyers. And back to serve is just service across. Passed up. Maybach over and delivered, I think.
A little deeper than she wanted, I think.
I think probably Trinity Gordon was as surprised as anybody that her hit stayed in, which it did, which gives the Coyers a point. So 19-17 at the service line is Jada Canupi for years. Up to Schwebach. She sets to Brown this time. Blocked in there. Tremendous block set up by Sydney Stoffren. That 6'3" height, tough for Brown to hit through. So the Coyers back to within one, 19-18. Serve comes across by Canupi. Schwebach sets time for Jenny Giles, and the ball comes down onto the Coyers side. So a 20-18 Madison advantage. Morgan Anderson, the sophomore libero, back to serve for Madison. It's a deep serve. Tried to keep and play. Out of there was Klein. Did you see the spin on that one? Beautiful serve. Difficult to handle. You can see Klein and it to the Dell Ram. So 21-18 Madison. Klein with another one and another spinner as the Coyers having a difficult time handling that. That time out of the backcourt, it was Mackenzie Grissom. So 22-18, Morgan Anderson has another shot from the service line, and it didn't have enough oomph to get up over the net. So a 22-19 Madison advantage. Set number one, Del Rapids has used one timeout. The serve now is Trinity Gordon, and she reciprocates as the ball goes into the net for the side out. So it's a 23-19 Madison advantage. Into the game now is Kenna Nybert. She plays across the back row. The senior is also at the service line. Here's the net. Kept in play by the Coyers, taken across by Jackson. Schwebach sets into the middle to Rude, taken over onto the Del Rapids side. Klein brings it up and a shoot set across in there by Grissom. Set in the outside for Jenny Giles, and she hammers it through the block of Stoffren and Fletcher for the 24th point for the team for the home Coyers, and Nybert with the chance at the serve. Brings it across deep into the backcourt, brought by Klein and brought over. Passes it up. Jenny Giles with a deep pass to the backcourt. Set to the middle for Stoffren, and it goes out. And off of the long hit by Stoffren, the Bulldogs, after being challenged in several points in that set, come away with a 25-19.
Why Dell's has 17 wins on the season. They're a strong. I mean, if you've watched any of Del Rapids basketball in the last few years, you know that they're very athletic. And Sydney Stoffren makes up for a lot in the middle. She is athletic at 6'3", and really kept them in it with blocking and kind of Madison wanted to do at the net a little bit, but come at you a lot of different ways. They got a ton of firepower.
Very definitely. Stoffren, Nicole Brown there was an interesting matchup and frustrated Nicole for a little bit.
Absolutely. We could tell she was doing everything but just going up and hitting it hard, which is what she's best at, and trying to get it around Stoffren and what she's able to do at the net to kind of throw Madison off. But win, and so we'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll have action in set number 6 in 1 minute right here on .com.
Madison offers options for nearly every production agriculture, including fertilizers, seeds from Wensman and NK, agro-intelligent precision programs, and many other producer services. Their sales reps are knowledgeable experts and provide solutions that give growers the best return on investment. And their custom applications are safe, efficient, and make sure the job gets done right. Helena of Madison is proud to support area farmers. Give the folks at Helena a call today, 605-256-3997. Madison, people, products, knowledge.
Animal Clinic. Clinic, TLAC.
With Frontline, fleas and ticks will take a backseat to your Frontline is the leading parasite control. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic. Disease is controlled with HeartGuard. And don't forget to have heartworm testing done, along with updating your pet's rabies vaccine. Frontline, buy 6 and get 2 free. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic at Madison and Howard.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM, and our video stream on the Madison Sports page at AmazingMadison.com. Madison Bulldogs take the number 2 as the libero for the Bulldogs. Morgan Anderson sends it across. Stoffer with a big hit is blocked back by Olivia Rude. To the other side of the court, into the hands. Gordon makes the hit, cross court, puts it on the line, and puts it. Warriors got 0 up at the points on the board here. Warriors get, and it's 1-0 Dell Rapids with the serve is Gordon. Sent up by Anderson. Schwabach back steps from Nicole Brown. On the run, she makes a nice hit, and it goes into the antenna and down. And a point for the Madison Bulldogs. And that'll even this thing up at 1 scoreboard as the Bulldogs sub in. And the 5'2 senior will serve. Backpedaling is Klein. Klein, that's passed up left side. Jackson with a hit and a kill right down the middle of the Bulldog defense that time. And side out again. And 2-1 lead here in the second set. Sam Price comes out. And Shelby Apland into the ball game. Serve coming from Fletcher now. Fletcher, the server, sends it a little off the hands of Anderson. Nybert runs over and wasn't able to send it back high enough for the Bulldogs to get underneath it for try to get a free ball across in the third hit. So another point. Rapids and Fletcher is back to serve again for the Couriers. Fletcher sends across. Nybert passes up. Schwabach tips it over near the net. Sent right back near the net by Dell Rapids. They keep it alive and a free ball sent across. Nybert, good pass this time. Schwabach sets it up. Rude. Tipped to the net by Stoffer and kept alive by the Couriers. They're going to set a cover from Jackson. Jackson with the hit tipped to the net by the Bulldogs. Schwabach, Rude dumps it over the double block attempt. Diving play by Fletcher. Keep back by Olivia Rude for the point.
A lot of good hits in that rally, Matt.
Very good rally there time by Dells and Madison, but the Bulldogs get the point. To Dell Rapids lead as back on to serve Jenny Giles for the Madison Bulldogs. Jenny's short serve comes across. Klein for Apland. Apland down the line and net violation on Dell Rapids.
I think it'll be.
Was it at the antenna? I saw it. See.
I'm not sure what's hit the antenna. It'll be Bulldog point.
There we go.
Yeah, the right call just gave the point to the wrong side.
So that does tie things up at 3. Consent and sends Jenny Giles back to serve for Madison. Giles slobs one back to Klein, who stays with it. And free ball, Dell Rapids attempt into the net. Mariah Jackson wasn't able to get it over that time. Dells couldn't set the offense, and the Bulldogs for 3. Madison lead. Jenny to serve the senior. Sends it across to Klein. Klein pass up near the net. Fletcher sends it back. Jackson off the block attempts and down on the Bulldog side. Get it through the hands of Shania Schwabach. All score here, 4-4 in the second set. Brooke Klein, the 5'5 junior libero, back on to serve for the Dell Rapids Couriers. Hard serve, but Nybert passes to Olivia, dumps it across. Klein a dive, keeps it alive. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Schwabach, long set on the far side to Jesse Giles. Great hit, and a great job of the Couriers to keep it alive and send it across. Jesse again. Jesse another hit, another diving play. Gordon this time. And now a free ball overhand. Schwabach wants to go to Jesse one more time. Oh, a little confusion by the Bulldogs. They weren't able to send it across that time.
2 hitters and 1 ball.
1 ball, 2 hitters, and neither of them thought that pass was to them. Now gives Dell Rapids a 1-point lead again, 5-4. And Klein to serve. Strong serve, but off the left side and out, and we're tied.
4th tie of this set, Matt, compared to no ties in that first set.
Yeah, Bulldogs jumped out that lead in the first set before Dells came back. It was close the whole way, but Madison always led. 5-5, Olivia Rude. Line Goes down and passes it up. And then it's hit across, but to the right side off the hands of Gordon. And out of play. And the point to Madison. Lead at 6-5 now. Olivia Rude with the strong serve. Might be too strong, and it is. That's the one sometimes problem with Olivia's serve, is sometimes gets a little bit too much on it. Doesn't get that float down. It can go long on her. 6 to score. Serving Jackson in the favor right away. Bulldogs back the serve. Nicole Brown comes in. Burton Shania Schwabach is back to serve. Gary at the net along with Jesse Giles here for Madison, leading 7-6. Set with her serve. Up to Fletcher. Fletcher a little short set. Kanupi over a double block attempt by Gary and Jesse. And the point, we're tied again at 7 here. Dell's ends Sam Price back in. And Sam Price, the 5'6" freshman. Warriors. Anderson. Across second hit. Caught him off guard as the diving attempt by time wasn't able to get to it. And Madison gets the side out. And back to that 1-point Bulldog lead here at 8-7. Tells to serve now for the Madison Bulldogs. Jesse's serve is passed up. Fletcher sets it up. Kanupi. It was tipped in the net before going out, I think. No. Oh. Must have just had a little fun spin on it that time. Looked like it really took a right-hand turn there. 7, Madison with the lead. Jesse Giles to serve again. Fletcher will back set. Dumped over Kanupi. Kept alive by the Bulldogs. Brown with a big hit off the hands of Klein and down. And another Madison stretched a little bit of a lead here. It's a 10-7 Madison lead in the second set. Again, the Bulldogs took the opening set 25-19. Jesse Giles, the senior, to serve again. Passed up Fletcher. Klein from the back. Keeps it alive. Schwabach runs in. Hits it high. Jenny will take charge. She sends it across. Klein passes up for Fletcher. Now back behind, hit from Gordon. Schwabach near side, and Brown's hit just dug out. Center cross. Jesse Giles right there. Schwabach sets this time. Jenny Giles runs in. And again, that was got a little confusion between Gary and Jenny Giles of who that pass was meant for. And it ends up being Jenny at the last second. Kind of took a bad angle and wasn't able to keep it in. Lead now for the Bulldogs. And Jada Kanupi serve. Anderson sends it up to Schwabach. Backs up for Gary. Gary's hit is hit by the Dell's Couriers, but kept alive. And Jesse will set for the Bulldogs. Brown goes to the back corner, beautifully placed. And the kill for Nicole Brown. And Madison's lead is 11-8. Back in the ball game. Some Bulldogs. And Kanupi checks out for the Couriers. Libro Klein came back in. Here for Madison, 11-8. They lead second set. With the serve, Fletcher sets for Gordon. Madison keeps it alive, and Jenny Giles got a nice hit over. Fletcher runs in. Back row hit from Gordon, not over the net. Goes right into the middle, and the Bulldogs get the point, 12-8. Anderson to serve again. Sophomore serve. Backing up. Rust kept it alive. Oh, Fletcher dumped it across second hit. Jesse Giles sets up Jenny. Jenny blocked back in the air for Jesse Giles. Tried to come to the sideline. Actually, I don't know if that was her intent. It just went off her hands that way, and it goes wide. Dell Rapids with the point. Side out Couriers 12-9. Lead now as it'll be Gordon serving. Rude. Soft hit across. And now back row hit Jackson. Kind of coming in the last second. There was somebody from Madison to make that play. Madison got it across, but somebody was in the net, and it's going to be Dell Rapids. I think that was front of the net stopper, that must have been. Thanks. 13-9 Madison Nybert. Oh, not going to be an ace. Gordon went down to a knee and gave it. That might be the first
service ace.
ace. Yeah, so this Nybert will serve again. Backing up again is Gretcher. Sets up near side for Jackson. Jackson's hit goes long. Has opened up a 6-point lead, and Dell Rapids will take a timeout. 15-9, Madison leading here in this second out two. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Bulldog volleyball on KJAM.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Stacy Crabtree, Economic Development. I'm excited to work with business to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
We're back here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390 from the Helena broadcast booth. Helena of Mangy Needs of area producers, Bulldog volleyball here on this Tuesday night. 1-0 lead and leading 15-9 here in the second set after the Dell Rapids timeout. Kenan Ibert is back to serve again for the Madison Bulldogs. Ibert's serve is passed up, back set around, coming and blocked right back by Olivia Root. Point. Out comes right to their big hitter, big hitter at the back, 16-9 Madison. But again, no, they won't. It'll be sent across nicely for the kill. And the side out here for Dell Rapids, 16-10. Madison Bulldogs lead, and Dells will send Hannah Fletcher, the junior setter, back to serve. Sets up straight down the middle, and Anderson is there. Schwabach back sets for Rude, just got it across. A little underhand flip off the fingertips to the side of Dell Rapids for Madison, 17-10. Jenny Giles will the Madison Bulldogs. Comes to the left side. Klein plays it up for Fletcher. Stopper and big hit. Blocked back and down again by Olivia Rude. Jesse Giles was in there too for Madison. It's 18-10. Madison letting Dells make the comeback that they did in the opening set. 18-10 Bulldog lead. Jenny Giles to serve again for Madison. Klein passes up Fletcher. Jackson from the side. Hits into the wall, got it through the block attempt, and got it down for the kill. It's 18-11, and it will send the libero Brooke Klein back to serve. The near side, and sends it across to the middle for Nybert. Schwabach backing up, sets for Giles. Giles got it through a block attempt of Cadupi and Appland, and down for a kill. Now 19-11. Madison Bulldogs had the lead, and Olivia Rude has the serve for Madison. To Fletcher. Jackson with the hit. Back throw. Is it in? Yes, it is. On that back line, and a nice hit by Mariah Jackson. 18-12. Dell Rapids Jackson gets the kill, and now she gets to go back and serve. Jackson for the Warriors. Jenny Giles digs it out to the near of the net. Cadupi blocked it back down, and then Madison one hit. It goes out of play. So 19-13 now, and Jackson needs to make a run here for Dell Rapids to get back into the second set. Jackson, a 5'8" junior outside hitter for Dell Rapids. With the serve, Jenny Giles passes up for Schwabach. Into the corner, Jesse Giles. And Madison, I believe, off the antenna.
Yep.
Set was just a little too far. A tough angle for Jesse to do anything with. 19-14 now. And a hard Schwabach sets it over on the second hit. Fletcher, near side, stopper and block back. Kept alive by the Warriors. Hit across Cadupi for Jesse Giles. Here's the hit. Back left corner. It's good for the kill. 20-14. Both teams will sub. Brown comes in for Madison. And back to serve for the Bulldogs is Schwabach here, up by 6 points in the second set. Schwabach serves, floats her beautifully. Give her an ace off the hands of a diving Appland. 21-14, Madison. Shania. Sent across into the net on the first hit. No, they sent across. Jenny Giles to Jesse blocked. And Dell keeps 2 hits, 3 overhand, 3 balls across. Jesse to Schwabach. Schwabach, Brown, big hit off the hands of Fletcher and then almost into the hoop and down. And another kill for Nicole Brown. 2-14.
Almost a 3-pointer with the basket in the air.
I should give her a few extra points for that. 2-14. Schwabach serve deep, and it is too long. So that stops the Bulldog run. And the Warriors now will send the freshman in to serve. I got checking for the balls out there. She's got to go practically underneath the bleachers to get her own volleyball. Make sure there's no spilt Coke on that. A little 7-Up. She sends it over. And Schwabach for Brown. Big hit sent across Canupi. Off the tip. Stofferin with the hit. Goes deep. Oh, Madison couldn't let that one go. Jenny didn't, though. Schwabach tip across. Second hit off the hands of Canupi. Down for Madison. Guard. Set that one over on the second hit. And 23-15, Jesse on to serve for the Madison Bulldogs. What a service ace by Jesse. And next 4-15 lead. Jesse can try to serve out the second set here. Giles, couple 3-4 bounces, now sends it over. It's passed up to Fletcher. They'll go for Stofferin. Stofferin just floats it across. Jenny's there. Schwabach sends it up high. Nicole got a little high in the air. It was blocked back. Bulldogs stay alive with it. Schwabach free ball across. Klein sets it up for Flopper on the near side. Backs. Stofferin, one hit high in the air. Fletcher shoots it across to Jesse Giles. In the middle, Gary kept alive by Klein. Shoots it across. Schwabach sends it back to the deep row. And Dells keeps it alive. What a play! A free ball. Anderson to Schwabach. Bumps it up for Jenny Giles. Here's the hit. Klein passes it up. Dopey kept alive for the Bulldogs. Oh, it's going to be a lift on Anderson. Boy, what a rally that was by Dell Rapids and Madison. The Warriors get the point to stay alive. That was exciting stuff, too. Both teams flying all over to keep it alive. Served by Jada Canupi now. Anderson, Schwabach wants to set for Gary. Has a tip by Stofferin at the net. Jackson, Schwabach right away. First hit, shoots, sets it to the back row. Dells keeps it alive. Stofferin will send it over. Anderson now. Schwabach runs in. Back sets for Jenny. Just has to punch it across. And Jackson got it through. And a kill. Part of Trinity Gordon. 24-17. Dells and Jada Canupi. At 24-17, Madison. Dells serving. With the serve. Anderson backpedals. And in Jenny Giles, Jesse, hit it into the net. And it's 24-18. Dells staying alive here in the second set. Canupi with the serve. Anderson waits for the last second. Make sure it was in. Then she sits it high. Gary wanted a good hit into the block attempt. Canupi tried to keep it alive but couldn't. Gary gets the kill. Bulldogs get the second set, 25-18. They jumped out to about a 6-point lead there midway through it, and were able to make margin or a little bit more. It's around.
5 certainly came out to get the start that they hoped to get early, and then a rally at the end. I mean, Bulldogs were up at 23-15, and then they come back, and it's 25 for a Bulldog win. It's very good volleyball. You commented some of those rallies to count the hits.
Yeah, we'll go back and check the replay on some of those. Madison takes the first two, the Dell Rapids Warriors, So we'll take a break, and when we come back in 1 minute, it's set 3 action. That's back in 1 minute here on AHAM.
So Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and best of luck to all Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Hunter Williams Insurance needs. Hunter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Hunter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
At this very moment, a team of exceptional Madison. Their skill and compassion make a difference in so many lives. They are the team of professionals at the Madison Regional Health System. From emergency and surgical services to rehabilitation, our team is here for you. For over a century, the Madison Regional Health System has been providing quality, cost-effective medical care close to home. Madison Regional Health, committed to quality medical practice and high ethical standards.
Welcome back to Amazing Madison, and as we have high school volleyball, Dakota 12 action, the Warriors of Dell Rapids going against the Bulldogs of Madison. Madison currently has a 2-0 lead, winning the first set 25-19 and the second set 25-18. Teams have come back onto the court, and it's the Bulldogs on your right in the maroon, and the pink is the home Dell Rapids Warriors as they have their breast cancer awareness Dig Pink Night. Fought hard. Bulldogs fought and were a little more successful, 25th point, but certainly in this third set, it's not a given by any means, Matt.
No, certainly not. And I kind of repeat what I said after the first set. It's okay. You can see why this is a team that's won 17 matches this year, and that's tough to do. You get up around that 20 match winning mark. That's tough to do, and this is a team that can really scrap and stay alive, but struggling with Madison's firepower, and then first set into the serve into the net's not going to help you.
Nope. So Madison picks up the point off of the Trinity Gordon serve into the net. So that'll bring up Kenna Nybert for Madison to serve. Remember, Madison has a 2-0 lead. Nybert's serve comes across, dog out of the backcourt by Klein, and out of the backcourt a deep hit, but goes out of bounds. Trinity Gordon. So really a start similar to the first set where the Bulldogs came out to a fairly early lead. In this second set, it was Dell Rapids with the early lead. Serve across by Nybert. Ball tipped up and out of the backcourt it's Jackson, and Jackson's hit goes long. That's 3 basically on forced errors that the Bulldogs have been able to pick up points, a missed serve and 2 missed hits. So Nybert stays at the service line. Comes across. This one's passed up. Set in there by Fletcher. Tapped over by Stoffren. Up by deep into the backcourt was Jesse Giles. Set on the left side for Jackson. Nybert is there. Schwabach pops it up and free balled across by Anderson for Madison. Fletcher just takes it across. Anderson was there. Schwabach to Rude. And Rude takes it right past Stoffren. So a 4-0 Madison lead in this first set. And we'll keep Kenna Nybert at the service line for Madison. Nybert is a senior, plays just across the back row and does a great job of serving. Serve is good. Ball up on the Dell Rapids side, free balled across by Klein. Up by Nybert, set to the outside this time for Jenny Giles, and it goes long. So that'll be a point for Dell Rapids. 4-1 Madison advantage in this third in what could be deciding set. Back for the Warriors is Hannah Fletcher. She's their setter. She's a junior. Comes across and it goes long. Second service error out of 2 serves for the Warriors. And so that gives Madison a 5-1 advantage. Brings Jenny Giles around to the service line for the Bulldogs. Her serve is across. Brought up by Klein, set on the outside for Jackson. She tips it over. Nybert was there. They come to the outside for Jesse Giles. Stoffren was there, but there was a net violation by the Warriors. So Madison now has 6, while the home Warriors have 1. And the Warriors take a timeout, and So we'll take 30 on Dakota's best. Back in 30.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, be sure to check out their selection of men's and women's Under Armour and Columbia Omni-Tech. In for a limited time at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, save 20% on men's and unbush shoes. That's at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison. Shop Stan's where service comes first.
Fashions that make a statement. Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel.
And welcome back to Dell Rapids High School, Dakota 12 volleyball action. Madison and Dell Rapids. We're in the Helena broadcast booth where the scoreboards had a 6-1 score. The Bulldogs. Ball over by Giles, and Stoffern returns it, but it goes wide to the left side of Madison's court. So Madison now with should be a 7-1 is what I've got. Scoreboard still there. It came up. It was only 6-1. Deep on to the backcourt for the Bulldogs. Schwabach sets the outside for Jesse Giles and hit right towards Trinity Gordon, but she was unable to slide to her right side to get to it. Madison advantage in this third set. Bulldogs have a 2-0 advantage in the match. So Jenny Giles, the senior, steps in for another serve. This one brought up. Set by Fletcher on the outside for Jackson, and Jackson has another miss hit down onto the Coyer side, and a completely different Coyer team in this third set than we saw even in the first or second set. Giles back at the serve, goes across, brought up onto the backside. This one's taken across by Applin. Schwabach sets to Jesse Giles, and she had the right idea, but just didn't get under enough as it hit the top of the ribbon of the net and back side. So it now is a 3 score. Madison has the advantage. Free ball over by Anderson. Ball up. Fletcher sets into the middle for Canupi. Blocked nicely by Jesse Giles and Olivia Rude. Free ball across. Schwabach puts it up. And Rude gets to it, but it's under it too far, so it goes out of bounds on the Olivia hit. 4 is our score. Back serving is the libero, Brooke Klein, over the libero for Madison. Anderson set for Rude, and Rude rolls it across the top of the net. Jackson and Canupi were there to try to block it, but it rolled on the net and down onto the Dell Rapids side. So that brings Olivia Rude around for the serve. The right-handed senior is going to get a service ace as Klein tries to bring it up, and a hustling Shelby Applin attempts to keep it in play, but it goes down for a service ace for Olivia Rude. So 11-4, Madison advantage. Rude at the service line from the right side. Makes her toss, makes her serve up. Set to the outside for Jackson. Rude passes up nicely to Schwabach. Set on the outside for Jesse Giles. Blocked by Canupi for the Coyers. And a nice back set. Found the open space by Shania Schwabach. So 12-4. Madison advantage. Olivia Rude, another opportunity from the service line. Takes it, delivers it hard. Brought up by Klein. Crossed by Jack's down, so now Bulldogs of Madison 13, the Coyers 4, and Rude with another serve. Jump serve, this one goes deep into the backcourt, and that will be another service ace, and it goes off of Brooke Klein, so 14-4. Olivia setting up for the same kind of service run we saw a couple times last week.
And not only getting the aces here, but she's putting so much pressure on them.
We should not.
Why did we say it, Tom?
The broadcasters jinx, in case you can't tell, went into the net, so we withdraw all of those comments about the serve.
You take it all back, Olivia.
14-5, Madison lead back Jackson for the Coyers, but she reciprocates with a service error, so now it's 15-5, Madison advantage. That brings Schwabach, the setter, to the back court, which means we have 3 hitters up front, and those 3 hitters will be Jesse Giles, Maddie Gary, and Nicole Brown. Serve across, nice by Schwabach, set to the outside, taken across in there by the Warriors. Deep free ball by Madison. Set to the middle for Canupi, and Gary brings it back by Canupi off of the playing that block. So it's a 16-5 advantage for the Bulldogs in this third set. Passed up. Fletcher free balls it back over for Klein. Up. Schwabach sets on the backside for Brown. She's blocked, but right there was Jenny Giles, tipped over by Schwabach. Outside for the Warriors, taken across in there by Gordon. And Jesse Giles from the left side hits it wide, goes out of bounds. So that'll be a point for the Warriors. 16-6 Madison advantage in this third set. And back serving is Sam Price, the freshman for the Warriors. Right-handed serve comes across. Jenny with a nice pass. Set to the outside for Nicole on the left side. Hit that time and give her the kill. 17-6. Amazing what a good pass can do for that set and the kill eventually. 17-6. Jesse Giles back with the serve. Substitution in. Rebecca Tiernan is in, the senior for the Warriors. Delivers her jump serve, and it comes across, and it's going to be up and at the net. Bringing it down was sister Jenny Giles. Free ball back. Jesse brings it up. Set to the outside by Shania. Taken over by Jenny. And into the net and under the net for the Warriors. Gives the Bulldogs their 18th point in this third and what could be deciding set. The senior Jesse Giles service line. Sets up in the middle. Jump set approach. Deep serve. Brought up. Taken to the outside, free ball to cross in there by Gordon. Back to the outside this time for Jenny Giles, and she hits it long, so that'll be a Warrior point, 18-7, and back serving for the Warriors is Jada Canupi, and back up in the front row is going to be Sydney Stauffer, and their 6'3" middle hitter. Set in there to Rude, and partially blocked by Stauffer. Excuse me, that was Brown with the hit over and stuff it, but it goes down onto the Warrior side. So 19-7 substitutions now going in for the Bulldogs. Brittany Whitmer will come in and serve. And also Olivia Rude is in to play across the front row. So Brittany picks up her signal from the coach Cradaville, delivers a nice serve, set on the outside for Gordon, and she had the right idea. She was going to hammer it right down along the line, but didn't clear the top of the net. So that's another Bulldog point, 20-17. Whitmer with another serve now. Senior, nice serve across, passed up. Set by Fletcher, this time on the outside for Gordon. Blocked nicely by Rude. And Brown for the 21st Bulldog point in his third and deciding set, and Brittany Whitmer back with another opportunity from the service line. The senior gets the signal, takes the approach, a nice serve, brought up, set to the outside again, this time for Gordon, passed up by Schwabach, set nicely by Jesse Giles to Jenny, and off of the assist from Jesse, Jenny picks up the kill down along that left side, 2-17. At the service line, and Hawk in for the Warriors. Serve comes across. Nice serve by Whitmer again. Free ball set across nicely by Fletcher. Back set to Brown. She takes it down along the line. Brooke Klein reaches up, attempts to play it, and it goes off of her arm out of bounds. So 23 for Madison, 7 for Dell Rapids in this third and what could be the deciding set. Whitmer came off the bench, has an opportunity to finish out the set, delivers it across, brought up by Klein. It's going to be free balled across by Klein, and it along the line. Jesse makes a run for it, but unable to get there. So it's a 23-7 or 23-8 now score. Madison over Dell Rapids in this third set. Schuler in now also for the Warriors. Ball is up, taken over, hit there by the Warriors, set on the outside for Jackson, and Jessie extends an arm, but her arms aren't quite that long.
She has very, very long arms, but she need another 2 feet or so on that.
So 23-9, Bulldog lead in this third set. Serve comes across, and a service almost ace. Oh, but it goes out of bounds. Jessie was able to almost keep that in play. So 23-10. Del Rapids mounting a comeback here, and back with the serve is Mallory Hawk. Set to the Brown, and Brown mishits into the net. 23-11. Ladies, let's not play the Price is Right here. Let's get to that 25. We don't want too long on that. Here comes, again, that brought up to Olivia. Held cup out well, taken across by Jackson now. Schwabach, back set to Brown. She taps it over. Fletcher sets on the outside for Jackson. Blocked nicely by Rude and Brown, and right into the face of Brooke Klein. So now we're at 24-11. Back with the opportunity to seal the set and the match win is Kenna Nybert, the senior defensive specialist. Her serve is in. Ball is up. It's going to be Klein. Brought up. Schwabach with a pass. Set in the Jenny Giles, who picks up the kill. So Madison comes away with a 25-11 third set win after winning the first 2 sets by scores of 25-19, 25-18. Matt, we talked the importance of taking care of business with each and every one of these final matches. Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And, I think you saw that Dell's a team that can play with you. We can play with the top teams in this in those first 2 sets. But then you saw what happens when you give to a team that is as good as Madison. If you play, boy, Madison will make you pay for it in a big hurry, and they did in that third set. Really big ones from out early on. They're playing very good volleyball right now, these Bulldogs. I mean, there's no let up. The teams that if you look and say, all right, well, Madison should get a win here, they're not messing around. They're getting the wins.
Very definitely. And, again, I think they have begun to get that tempo of get that pass, get that set, and then definitely to continue to hit that ball. And, I think our kill ratio has just done nothing but climb through the course of the season. We came out and we were kind of tentative at first, but I think one of the things we talked about is just that need to keep hitting throughout the entire match. And it was a whole host of hitters that accomplished all of that tonight for the
in a lot of different ways, and the Bulldogs pick up the win here tonight in Dell Rapids. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we have your Mustang Seeds post-game show. That's next in 2 minutes here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operations succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at Mustang Seeds.
You can count on our seeds year after year. Planting your future, Mustang Seeds.
Things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an insurance.
Your family at the Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison. Stadium Sports Grill is 18 flat screen TV, so you never miss any of your favorite team's game action. Cold tables and full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has 50-cent wing Wednesdays from 5 to 10 p.m. Breakfast buffet on Saturday only. And starting September 7th, Stadium Sports Grill will have a tailgate bar every Sunday. Stadium Sports Grill. home for great food, cold drinks, and your favorite sports team.
Operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Madison, the leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Back with you here on AM 1390 KJAM and AmazingMadison.com in our Mustang Seeds post-game show. Madison head coach Jill Craneville up here with us. Jill, another good win for the Bulldogs here. This is a good Dell Rapids team that's picked up a lot of wins in the season, but you came out and took care of business.
Yeah, our girls did a nice job tonight, and that's what I wanted them to do. I was like, we need to focus on our passing, and I thought our girls did a very nice job of getting the ball up to Shania, and we were able to run quite a bit. And when we weren't passing well, we were still able to figure it out and get the ball where we needed to on the other side of the court. So I was really impressed with that. And then along with our defense, our girls were picking up a lot of balls tonight that we haven't been, I guess, recently.
Long rallies that tribute to both teams, but the amazing thing was most of those long rallies.
Yeah. The girls kept fighting and they never gave up. We had some really scrappy digs, and like I said, we were aggressive if we did hit one out, but, the plays leading up to it, they did a really nice job.
There can disrupt a little bit. She did that, but I thought it was you were able to use just everybody on the team to come away. It wasn't just we're going to go down the middle and hammer it at her. We're going to start going to the edges a little bit.
And that was our goal. I said we just need to make their middles move and make some decisions, and that's what's nice when we're all kind of on. They don't know who we're going to go to. And so, but she's definitely a wall up in the front. And when she gets a hold of it, she can put the ball down. So that was definitely kind of our focus. We need to stop her and then just take care of business on our side of the court.
So as you look ahead, 2 regular season matches.
I know.
You get the trip to Elk Point Jefferson. And, of course, that's interesting because you had one close set on Saturday and one very decisive set in the Bulldogs. It's tough to play a team twice in a week's period of time.
Yeah, the one thing that's nice is we know what we need to do, and we know things that we didn't do well this weekend that we can definitely focus on to get us ready for Friday.
And then you finish in a Friday night match because those darn football players are playing on Thursday night, but that should give you an extra night of practice.
Yes, well, and it's nice with the long trip that we don't have school the next morning.
And then you finish out your season with a home match against Parkston, a team that's right in that 500 range. Probably don't know a whole lot about them yet.
No, I haven't even looked yet, honestly. Too much going on this last weekend. So,
but you've got yourself obviously in position to be one of the top 2 teams. So you talk about practice, you got to get an extra little bit of practice in there, because be in position to just have one game in the region when playoffs start.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of nice. Towards the end, it's nice to have those extra practices, but then it's also nice to kind of just get in there and play, not have too big of a break. But definitely looking forward to that, and hopefully we come out with a win on Friday.
All right. Well, hey, appreciate your time as always coming up. We'll see you again in the playoffs.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you. That's Madison head coach Jill Craneville with us here. AM 1390 in our Mustang Seeds post-game show. Again, the Madison Bulldogs with the win, 3-0 over the Dell Rapids Couriers. And it was another good night program-wise for Madison, freshman, JV, varsity.
Very definitely. Let's recap those scores, Matt. It was in the freshmen a 25-8 and a 25-16 wins for the Bulldogs. They did play a third set just to fill out the time, and Dell Rapids did win that one 13-15, but the whole set goes to, or match goes to, the Madison freshmen, who have a pretty good year this year also. And the JV competition, it was a come-from-behind victory for the Madison JVs as they won the first set 4 and then really tended to business in the second set and wrapped that one up real quickly, 25-11. And varsity action, it was Madison 25-19 in the first set, 25-18 in the second set, and really put the hammer down and played some of their best volley season in that third and final set, winning that one 25-11. But hard-fought match between Dells and Madison this evening.
Absolutely. Madison kind of taking care of business and hopefully Coach feels this way, getting to the point of where they need to be when they get into the playoffs, which is just around the corner.
Very definitely, and so impressed. Coach talked about it, Matt, and I think it was so evident tonight. I don't think it was the angle we were sitting at, but it was the fact that this was probably one of the better jobs of passing that Madison has done, and that paid its dividends as they were able to then run their offense the way they wanted to and hit. And, we talked about Stoffern in the middle, but the Bulldogs did a good job of adjusting, as Coach talked about, able to keep moving those middles around, and eventually it opened up again in the middle for them. But it was a good match for the Bulldogs, definitely.
Absolutely. 2 regular season games to go, and then it'll be on to the postseason for Madison. Again, either of those regular season matches for you here on AM 1390. So our next broadcast will in the second leg for the Bulldogs. Hopefully that'll be at the Madison High School gym. We'll wait and find out, and then hopefully from there the Madison Bulldogs can head on to the Sweet 16. But we'll have a playoff volleyball with you as far as Madison goes this season. So again, Madison with the win, 25-19, 25-18, and 25-11 here over the Dell Rapids Couriers in Dells tonight. Tom, thank you as always, and I guess it'll be playoff volleyball next time.
Playoff volleyball. Let's go Bulldogs.
Madison with the win. That'll do it with the broadcast. Join us in the Mustang Seats post-game show. Thanks to Chris Garper for engineering the game back at the KJAM studios. That'll do it for me. I'm Matt Gross. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.